Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to another edition of iSports. It is Thursday, November the 23rd, 2023. Stormin Tom is alongside me. Tom, good evening and welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So, all right, Tom. All right, you got me there because anyway. All right, Tom, I accept. All right, but now...
You are Russian?
No, not a Russian at all. Definitely not a Russian. But nevertheless, so it's a happy Thanksgiving for all of you out there who are celebrating Thanksgiving. I don't think the turkeys will be celebrating Thanksgiving, but the rest of you, yes, you can. But certainly, tonight we want to, as you heard, talk football. And we talk football from the perspective of a young footballer who has made his name not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but overseas as well. His dad is here with me, Junior Mills. Let me first welcome him. Mr. Mills, Junior, welcome.
Welcome. Good evening, Andre. Good evening.
The young man with me, I should tell you all that when he arrived here today at i95.5 FM, I did not have to introduce him, as his dad would testify. He was... downstairs with his dad, just going through the protocol before they came upstairs. And Tom, I must tell you, Narco who loves football, he supports Barcelona. Narco, he works with Red 96.7. I saw him watching this young man for a while, and I know he's a man that knows talent, and nevertheless, and he identified and asked his father. I was just slightly in front. I heard him ask his dad if this is the young man from Instagram who's been making all the waves with all his dribbles and all his skills. And of course, he was easily recognized, Tom, by Narco, who loves football. And so that with that, before I bring him in, I'm gonna let people wait a little bit longer. Before I bring him in, Junior Mills, it must be interesting and must be somewhat pleasurable, I feel, that to have a 9-year-old easily recognized by one of Trinidad and Tobago's leading DJs, Narco. He doesn't support a very good team in Barcelona, but nevertheless, I can't do nothing for his choices. But explain that, because you were there and I was there. What happened? Yeah. Yes,
well, as we were testing our temperature and signing the book and stuff, the gentleman came in and he said, "Wait, but this is the guy from Instagram." So, it just goes like anywhere Giovanni goes, like word is getting around about Giovanni's ability at this young age, even younger, from since probably 6 years old, with the things that he does with the ball.
Before I bring him in, I must ask you, how did you and how did the name Giovanni come about, first of all?
Well, when you have a baby, you have different names that we had about 4 or 5 names, and we went through the list, and we said this name is going to be a footballer, so we're going to choose this Giovanni.
So who decided he was going to be a footballer? I must, before I bring in a young man, I am digging here. Who decided he was going to be a footballer?
His mom, Nicole.
His mom? For truth?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. So Giovanni is such a good name. It's an Italian name. So I'm wondering, is it that you like Italy, or I shouldn't say you? Is it in terms of football?
No. Brazil.
Because that's what caught me off there.
Brazil is my team. But it's just that when we had the names there, we thought Giovanni was the best name out of the lot that we chose. We had.
Who came up with Giovanni?
I can't remember.
Right. Okay.
Plead the fifth.
All right.
Can't remember.
Plead the fifth. Yeah. Tom, it's safer to plead the fifth now. It's safer to plead the fifth.
Can't remember. 9 years ago.
9 years ago. Yeah. And before I'm holding on so people can get to know him a little bit more. Tell us a little bit, from an early age, when did you realize that this was a youngster with a lot of talent in terms of sports and football?
Well, there's a clip that he has on Instagram, YouTube, with he had on his Pampers with his onesie, and
right.
we always in the living room with the ball, and I was watching how he operates with the ball and how he strike the ball when he's taking a shot and going, "Shot, boy," and that kind of thing, and I'm saying, well, this guy, a child or individual might have some talent, and then they just need to work on it and pull it out and pull it out. And so, baby. But it was also, what is it? At home, I will have the television since he was a baby, with football showing since he was a baby.
Right.
So, babies will stop watch, their attention span move, watch. So it probably just, eventually came out from him at a young age.
All right, so that leads us right to him. So let me welcome him. His name is Giovanni Mills. Giovanni, Good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
All right, glad to have you. Glad to have you with us. Tell us a little bit first, Giovanni. When did you know that you would like football for the rest of your life?
Well, I realized that like when I was about maybe 4 or 5, when I realized this was the sport for me. And I started practicing, and over time, I got better.
When you say you started practicing, tell us about that. What do you mean?
So like every day in the house, I used to be practicing my skills. And my daddy have a goal where I practice my shots and get 2 bottles where I put down as men to dribble.
Right.
And about the juggling part, before what I used to do is to get the feel of it, is to like do 1 bounce, that's it, box and kick. And then when I got that good, then I started doing it without the bounce. Then I started making 33, 66, and then I made 400.
400?
Yeah. And then I made 2009, so that's my high score. So it's once you practice something and you keep at it, you'll most likely get it.
You seem so confident, because I remember when we were coming upstairs, your dad was with me, and he asked if you, and you say you're ready. You're always ready. So I mean, tell us now how you have made the grade, because give us a little history. We know that you've been to Ajax, for instance, and we know that you've been to Germany as well. Tell us a little bit. You are 9 years old. How do you deal with all the attention? Because obviously people know you from Instagram. So how do you deal with it as a 9-year-old?
Well, Daddy always says, go out on the field and do your skills, and he says he will handle the marketing.
I like that. Nothing wrong with that. That's very good. That's excellent. All right. So tell us about the experience. First, your experience in Ajax. How was that experience?
So we went last year too, but this year when we went, I won the dribble challenge and the 1v1.
What's the dribble? Explain it. Explain. I know you won it, but explain to people listening. What is the dribble challenge?
So dribble challenge, like you have cones where you take a ball, you have to dribble through the cones, and then you shoot at a goal. Then you take a next ball and dribble through a next set of cones and score. And then you have to shuffle through a few cones, and by then the coach will be timing you. So you have to get there in the lowest time, and I got it in 15.6 seconds.
How many cones? A lot of cones?
About 20 cones.
15.6 seconds?
Mm-hmm. And as a 17-year-old got 17 point something seconds.
Wow. Wow. I'm remembering your dad. I mean, when you saw that junior?
They do operate that way. At Ajax, camp starts from 9 a.m.
Right.
So the parents could stay only for an hour.
Wow. Okay.
And then you had to leave. They said, bye, parents.
Bye. Okay.
And then it finishes at 4, so you come back about 3 o'clock. So we weren't there
when it
to see the what the dribble challenge was.
Right.
All we know, there were stations set up, and each group will come at that station and they will pick who complete the dribble in the lowest time. So Giovanni and 2 other guys, the 17-year-old did it in 17 point something second, and another guy did it in 22 point something seconds. So for that whole camp, Giovanni in that 15, he was the lowest, did it in the lowest time.
But when you found out he did it, how did both of you react?
Well, we felt rather elated, because it felt good, because we also know that Giovanni has worked harder. Plenty of people only might see the end up results, but they don't see the effort and the work and sacrifice that will be put into something, or Giovanni will put into his training or stuff. So we felt really good that he was rewarded in winning this up at Ajax. With all, it's different things. It's cold, it's raining, it's different things when you are there that you have to go through, sacrifices that people doesn't know. 6 hours time difference. So when Giovanni's supposed to be sleeping, he's up already 6 hours ahead training, and do these things. It's good. It's a good feeling. You know that you're seeing he's making advancement to where he wants to reach eventually.
What was the reception like, before I go back to Giovanni Jr.? What was the reception like among the Ajax coaching staff to know that this is a young man from Trinidad and Tobago doing so well?
Yeah, they compliment us all the time and say keep working with him. They even ask us why is only August time, summertime you all are coming here with him. So but FIFA has a law with minors and stuff like that, so it's a whole little complicated thing. But when we came back and I saw someone follow Giovanni on Instagram, so I said let me check. I see he's even one of the Ajax coaches, but we never tell any of the Ajax coaches that he has an Instagram page, that he's this, that. But we realize that things are happening and they're been monitoring him and watching him since from this last venture to Ajax, because we went last year also, and then we went this year, and also to win 1v1 dribble, and then to win the dribble challenge, which is two separate.
I want to ask him about.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because the 1v1. All right, explain that one now.
So like they had about 40 stations with 2 cones opposite each other, and two people were in that goal, and they had to take on each other, and every time you win you go where I started. Every time you win you go left, every time you lose you go right.
Okay.
Then when I finished with that spot now and I move down to the next spot, every time you lose you go up, and next time you win you go down there. So I won, and the 1v1s too against maybe about the U10s too, but I managed to handle them fantastically. Yeah.
So tell us about that one too, because as you mentioned, it's not Junior. It's not one. It's two.
And we weren't there also to see that.
Wow.
But Giovanni loves dribbling, and then when you play in a team, pass the ball, which is But at that age, you leave them to dribble, and they'll find a way and they'll pass when they think. So that was also a good feeling to know that the same dribbling that some people might complain about, is bringing results when he go to a foreign country that he has to take on one-on-one. And I remember there was a clipping from Stephen Hart. I don't know if people remember it, where Stephen Hart said Trinidad and Tobago doesn't have dribblers again. Probably because some coaches, I don't want to say qualify or not qualify young coaches, as a player, 6, 7, 8, trying to develop their skills at training ground, because that's where they develop a skill. They shout at them, pass the ball at them to pass the ball. But they are developing a skill at that age, which you should nurture it and then show them, well, you could dribble here, but pass when you have you have to bring different ways how to bring the message. So that was a good feeling too for him to, we didn't get to see it also. All I know, with the dribble challenge, when we went for him the afternoon, he said, Daddy, when he did some kind of body movement, the ball went away a little from him.
Right.
And he had to get it quick and finish. So he was a little worried, but to see that he still did it in the lowest time throughout the camp, and the camp have a lot, 89 out to how much that camp? Plenty people on that camp, and to do it the lowest.
100.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's that the work you're putting in, that he's putting in, and that the collectively the team is putting in is beneficial to him, and we're on the right road to progress.
So Giovanni, after those 2 camps, what was going through your mind? How was going after the success? What was going through your mind? Did you have a chance to talk to any of the other youngsters who were there as well from other countries?
Yeah, a few of them they can speak English.
Oh, yes.
Next thing.
Yeah.
Yes, some of them don't speak English, but some of them speak English very good.
Right.
So whenever talking, so many people who don't speak English, they just translate for them in Dutch.
Right. Okay. Good. So after that experience, what's going through your mind after you won those 2 titles? How did Giovanni feel?
Well, I felt like anywhere I go, I could win something.
So Mr. Mills, Junior, after that, what happened? In terms of what I know, I read about Germany as well. Tell us in terms of him going forward.
From now or the German?
I want to know after he went to Ajax, what happened? Where did he go again after that?
We just came back August. August was that.
So
Germany was April.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
So in My birthday was on Sunday.
Sunday gone?
No, Sunday when I turned 9 April.
Okay.
What date in April?
Yeah, 2nd of April.
2nd of
That's
April,
when
okay.
the Sunday is when the Condor flight is going to Frankfurt.
Okay.
So we woke up early that day. After we sang happy birthday, we went to the airport to get a flight to Tobago. Then we were waiting, and they only saying, we'll be ready just now, About a whole hour gone. So when we got on the plane now, after about 2 hours, I say, it's time to sleep, time to get some rest. And when we land now, 2 of Daddy's friends were greeting us. And one of them had an envelope for me, and it had about 100 euros in it. 250, so I kept that in my pocket.
I like how you tell everything. Exact. I feel he learned that from. Anyway, I call it on this. But go ahead.
So then we drove down to Hamburg.
Hamburg, yes.
Hamburg.
Yeah, not Hamburg.
Hamburg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hamburg, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday and Thursdays, I train with Kaiserslautern.
Mm-hmm.
And Mondays and Fridays will either be Hamburg or Evelsburg.
Okay.
And we watched 2 games. And the first one was in Evelsburg, but we went up in the VIP lounge. And when we went to get our things, one of the people there said, "Wait, you're Giovanni, you'll be training with us on Friday." That's one of the Evelsburg coaches. And when we went in, because the players had their own little suite, so when we went in, now the lady was saying, "Hi Giovanni, we saw you from Instagram."
Okay.
Yes.
How much Instagram followers you have?
1,700, 800.
Wow. Wow.
Starting from zero.
Starting from zero.
Yeah.
I mean, how, from your perspective, when you look at the Germany experience, Junior, as against the Ajax experience, what's different? Is it the same or is it different from your perspective first?
No, the Germany experience really was the academies he trained with, while the Ajax experience is players from different, from Germany. Some came from France. People from even from Amsterdam, the England thing. So were different players, but in Germany was actually the academies he was training with, which is also was a good. And well, in Germany it's just fast paced ball, bap 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 bap. While the football in Amsterdam, you get to be a little more of yourself, creative with yourself. So yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
Amsterdam or Germany?
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Because I think most people from the Caribbean might actually appreciate Amsterdam a little bit more because of the style, the Dutch style. The Dutch style is more appealing to us. More appealing to us, the style of players. All right, so Giovanni, you have Germany, you went to Ajax. From your perspective, you're 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
People know you from Instagram and continue to know you from Instagram. How have you dealt with that as a 9-year-old?
Once I continue to do my dribbles and Daddy posting them up, more followers will come.
So, I mean, Junior, this is going to be the obvious question. Where did Giovanni get his skill from? It is the $100,000 question.
Do you want me to plead again?
No, I don't want to plead. Tom, you might plead too much.
Nah, don't plead.
Don't plead it. No. Don't plead. Agreed.
Well, like Giovanni wants to answer.
Yeah, Giovanni, you want to answer?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Daddy.
All right, good. You save him.
Cool. And every day after that, every Tuesday and Thursday after that, asking Daddy, we going to train today, and I said, no, we can't make that walk.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see things that you remember, eh?
Yeah, it's when I remember one time when we went to training here, a lot of rain on the field, lightning. So the coach, because I have a personal coach, Coach Ivor Cumberbatch, brilliant coach.
Okay.
He does some good work. Yeah. Playing too much rain, the field is logged with water, lightning. Giovanni, no training today. So when I'm driving, I'm hearing crying in the back.
Right.
And I look, what are you crying for? We cannot train. I want to train. So you see the passion that he wants to go out, and he's just two big men, and it's not like little training with. It's just the coach eyeing him, and he wants to train.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And in November, since Daddy couldn't come because it didn't make sense for Daddy to come up in November and then come back again in December. So Mommy came with me and my brother Tyrell said he was going to fly across. But since United have no flights from here directly to Dallas, we took it to Houston and another United to Dallas. And then when we went there, we played in the All-American Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
All-American.
I scored a few goals.
So your mother saw you playing?
Yes.
And she saw you scoring goals too?
Of course, yeah. So it had 2 goals that I thought that were nice. It had one where I came out. I took 2 minutes late, but coach put me on. And by the time Mommy and Ty were trying to figure out how to get on the camera, I scored already.
Oh, don't do it! So they didn't record it?
No.
Ah,
and then
boy.
it had the next one where a free kick.
Right.
We're about 25 meters, no, about 30 meters from goal.
Mm-hmm.
About on the left of the wing, so I tried first and I curled back and it managed to squeeze into the corner.
Wow. They got that?
Well, just now when I asked them where it is, when I asked Tyrell because he was taping, he said, no, I was too excited. The camera went up at the sky.
Oh, Lordy.
And you know, like what they used to do too, they used to have about 4 hours apart from games. So when you know, like here we could just drive home and wait until the 4 hours finished. So we had to, before we had to hide in the bathroom, we had to wait until the bathroom where it warm. Second day, I think they had a little thing where you have those nets that bar off in the middle and have the corners. So I participated in that. How fast you could run, how fast you could move through the poles. And my team had made it to the finals, but we didn't win.
Okay.
But it was a nice experience. Yeah.
Yeah, forget that Dallas Cup. But in Germany, Andre,
Yeah.
you also know that you're doing good work when three different coaches from 3 different academies after the sessions will come and talk to you and give you good compliment you on
Right.
Yep.
wow, what you know what I mean, from 3 different coaches, you know, and the kind of wording they give you and things that they tell you, you know what I mean.
And the day when we finished with Hamburg, that before we were playing a little match against the U10s. So before the game even finished, Daddy was calling out. Coach was calling out to Daddy. He wanted to see us after, and Daddy thought I was holding the ball too much. But
Yeah.
then after he kept us a whole half an hour there in the cold, he liked our dribbling. This if he could stay, if he weren't going back here, make me a permanent player one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he asked Daddy while I was training how much games I was playing, and he said about once every 2 weeks or so, and he said no good for development.
Yeah. He asked, because we were at a different club here, so he asked how much games he play home. He plays often. We said we play 1 game every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The guy said no good for development, because how they structure there in Germany or Europe, every weekend they are playing competitive games. Every weekend at 9 years already, U10, U9, they are playing games. They look forward for the games. So they're already in a competitive kind of mode. So when you're here not playing any games, you just train. When will you do the things the things that you practice in training, when will you do it in games? So you need games for the children to play in.
And because Mr. Moose had tell the Hamburg coach so much about me, the day after we land, when I was still adjusting to the time difference, they was calling Mr. Moose, and Mr. Moose was telling that why did not see me that a game. They said you have to adjust.
Yeah, we just landed 6 hours. They want him to come already to a game. So
and I've been with Coach Ivor since I was 4 or 5, because we met him when I was at Sky Camp. Daddy realized he moving nice and he not slacking. So Daddy asked him to get his number so he could do private training.
Right.
And then we started training every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we started doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And what I used to do, do Saturday morning with the people my age. Then I used to do Saturday morning again with the big boys. Then after, I used to come back in the Saturday evening again and train.
All that training you're doing?
Yeah.
Wow.
And plus I used to go Sky too, and now I'm at Queen's Park. So
How is the experience now?
Oh, it's wonderful. We played in the City Cup in July before we went to Amsterdam. Yeah, we scored 7 goals in 6 games.
All right, so okay, that's the next question I was going to ask, which you have already answered. Is it that so you are forward or mid? You like to be you are forward?
Yes, forward.
Center forward, wing. How do you?
Center forward.
Center forward.
Yeah. And I played in the next competition again. It was last month. Our team didn't win, but I think we managed pretty good.
And we played the tournament in April also. Another Bambinos.
Yeah, Bambinos tournament. I scored 12 goals in 5 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now, and one coach I would specifically like plenty and at Queen's Park, but they changed the name now to City FC. Is Coach Khalil. He's a good coach. He's make sure that we're doing the right thing and doesn't make joke. He doesn't like if we playing around. He's call us in. I don't like where we playing. And like today too, when we were at Queen's Park, we were playing. That they come up with the idea, since that we didn't do too well in his view in the tournament. I should put the U9 to play the U11 B team. But here's the thing: the City Cup that put the B team, the U9 B team as QPCC 1 and the A team as QPCC 2. But on the first after training at Queen's Park, they told that I'm on the A team. And so today when we play the U11B team, we managed pretty good. We did well, but we need a stronger defense. And next thing to that, when the ball was right by them, they're refusing to make a tackle. So we need to get stronger on that. But I would be really excited for when it have little tournaments and games. But what coaches say to inspire us more is I see anyone who not working good and who working good. And those who working good, those will get to play more matches than the ones who not working good. So,
do you read a lot about football? How do you know so much about football, Giovanni? Is it that you read, you study, you listen? Tell us about that.
Well, I study, I read, and sleep with 4 balls on the bed.
You sleep with what? 4 balls?
Yeah.
Okay. So make sure.
And every night before I go upstairs and bed, I just play shut down with Daddy, and every time I win.
Where's play? No. Why shut down?
It's a celebration we made up, and is a game also too.
How does it work?
So we just call it shut it down, but it same time something like futsal.
Okay.
You just have the goal there and
Right.
you have the wall there. So I try to score on the wall, and I try to score on the goal. So every morning we'll do that. Sometimes on evenings.
And you beat him all the time?
Yeah.
Right, you? Right, you?
Yeah. Sometimes I
Giovanni.
sometimes I beat him 10-0.
10-0?
Yeah.
10-0? Tom! You don't feel sorry?
Nah.
Oh,
Uh,
all right. So let me ask you this question: in terms of your football ability and how you see yourself, where do you see yourself in the future?
At Barcelona,
Okay.
Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund.
So that's the order of preference. You like Barcelona first, or which one? If you had a choice,
Borussia Dortmund first,
Okay.
then Bayern, then Barcelona.
And you know, he's made an actually good choice because Borussia Dortmund, and I'm sure he knows it because he studies football, has produced some of the best youngsters. Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho.
True.
I can go through a list of names Dortmund has produced.
Yeah, and also too, where every time I eat in lunch or even dinner, I put on Ronaldinho to take away some of his skills, and Neymar and the Brazil Ronaldo too to take some of their skills.
Ronaldinho have the most skills. That's my opinion. Ronaldinho have the most skills.
I as well also watch Lewandowski, who he has some pretty good goal scoring, but
with his head in particular, yes.
Yeah, and he have a record 41 goals, but
I think Harry Kane going to break that.
Yeah, Harry Kane already on 17 goals in 11 games.
I think Harry Kane going to break that. You're right.
Yeah.
And Harry Kane
going to break that.
So, all right. So, let me ask this now. Let me come to Junior. So, Junior, from this perspective now, I mean, how do you keep him focused? How do you keep him focused as a young man? How do you keep him focused?
And it's a focus. He does his football. He does his schoolwork.
Right. So tell us a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a tag team.
Right. So the
tag team. This is where.
So you explain and don't play no fifth. Don't give me no fifth.
No
fifth. Eh?
Yes, plead. No. When he says so, he has to plead.
Yeah. No fifth. Go through. There we go.
No, it's a tag team. When we come from football, Nicole, Giovanni's mom, my wife is there. Mrs. Mills is there waiting at the door. With Giovanni, there's homework, there's this, there's that. So she takes over while I go and prepare his dinner now.
Right, okay.
So I go into dinner preparation while she goes through him with his schoolwork, revision or whatever. So
he's going to St. Xavier's.
Yes, St. Xavier's private school.
Right.
So I love, and the teachers, when we have one-on-one meetings with the teachers, since when he was younger, since at 5, the teacher said, whatever we are doing with Giovanni, continue doing.
I would have been in prep 4 by now, but what happened was, since I do so well in my test to enter the school, that put me in stage 1. But then a cute teacher called Miss Raquel put me back. She said, no, she's so cute. So by the end of that term, I was in pre-stage 1. But I was very glad. She was a nice teacher.
She was a nice teacher?
Yeah, I even have a WhatsApp number.
All right. Oh, yeah.
And
Tom!
You think of me?
And
it's a good thing you have the number. So you're safe. It's a good thing. And Tom?
And until my mommy came to school for meeting, she only told that it was daddy alone.
All right. So,
I think come in. You need to come in for a little bit. Come in.
So Giovanni, so Nicole takes over with his schoolwork. So even when we at Ajax in Amsterdam with Giovanni, Nicole has Giovanni books.
Yeah, and I think that's critical.
Yeah. So Giovanni also understands it's a balance. It's not just football, and your schoolwork or whatever is
I think they help, they complement each other, and I'm sure he knows that they work good together from that perspective. Now tell us as a parent, because I want other parents, because our parents are listening, I'm certain, to this program. He's 9 years old, obviously, so in time he'll be doing the SEA, obviously, right?
Right. Yeah.
So how do you, what do you tell parents? Because there are parents out there who listen and say, when my son or my daughter is age 10, which would be standard 4 going into standard 5, right? Yeah. They decide, hey, this is it, or no more sports.
No, I think it's a balance. You must give the child a break to go out and just refresh your mind and free up and do something else than just say book. You had to balance it. You had to find balance within wherever extracurricular activity, whether it be swimming, whether it be running, you must get a balance. Even if you had to cut back a little bit, if needed, the child is probably behind in his schoolwork or anything, but you must create a balance. You can't stop one and just push the other one. I think it's supposed to be a balance.
Yeah, so I feel saying to say, but once a time it had a cricketer who had potential, and he got scouted to go on a trial or something away. I think it was in India. And then his mommy said, no, he had to stay down here and do his schoolwork. And I think he's a vagrant now. And next thing too,
He obviously does a lot of reading, eh? Yeah. Go ahead.
every time I go on YouTube and like it's the weekend, I always look to see what games Bayern play and how much goals Harry Kane scored. And in school too, I do swimming.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm a good swimmer. And this Sunday I'm making first communion.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Swimming is the only sport besides football that you play. You ever play cricket at all? You ever play cricket?
No, I never play cricket.
We used to do martial arts at the school one time.
Right.
But when COVID come,
I did
everything was shut.
I
We used to
did
do gymnastics.
too.
Quite
Okay,
like
okay.
the gymnastics.
Right.
But when COVID, we still used to go out and do the football
So
coach driver.
Yeah. So Sunday's a big day for you then? Sunday's a massive day.
Yeah, we went to do the practice in the same church.
Right. Which church is this?
Kirep Fatima Church.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mhm.
How? Go ahead.
Put a plug here, Andre. What I realize with plenty people or the coaching clinics or academy, if you have 20 children training, right, all will not be at the same level.
Yeah.
So when you show a child a drill and only 2, 3, 4, 5 of them have it, what happened to the rest? So that was one of the reasons why I, in the first instance, had this coach to do the extra work to make sure that Giovanni get his techniques. Because, like, if you're doing a building, you have to make sure the foundation is solid, the foundation is good. So I make sure this coach, I have a brilliant coach. He goes over and works with you one-on-one or group session. He might be about 4 or 5, but he makes sure go over and over that to make sure that you get your foot, your foot techniques or whatever in place.
And last year too, while we were in Amsterdam, we went across to Bayern Munich in Germany. And that time I was hoping to see Lewandowski, but by then he already left to go
Barcelona.
Yeah. But we went to the Bayern store, and then we did a tour. But the day before the tour, when we went in the Bayern store to check out things, I saw a nice band, a long sleeve, a suit long sleeve, with a pants. So I went now and get it. I asked Daddy if I could have it, and Mommy said no, you could buy it tomorrow when we come to the tour. But Daddy said, just buy it here because by tomorrow they mightn't have any. So when we went and pay now, they told us to wait. So I said them, they asked me what number I want on it. I told them 9. Same 9 on the pants too, and they said yes. What was his name? Giovanni. And they put that on the shirt. So instead of us having to have the shirt and come back all the way down here to let one of Daddy's friends print it, they just printed there for us. And if you see on Instagram where I taken off the thing of the numbers,
Paper.
Yeah, on the sticket. And the good thing we bought it because the next day when we came back, it had no more.
So Daddy was right.
Yes.
All right. I'm just making sure that is done. Daddy was right. All right.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
And when next thing on the planes, I never started to get like Daddy or what, but every time on the planes, I always need to stretch because
you're getting tall like your father. That's what you say.
Because my knees starting to get close, and I really have no room.
How tall are you? How tall are you now? How tall is he now?
About 52 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, but so.
But your father is tall and your mom is tall, so you have a good chance to be tall as well.
Mommy about 5'8" or 9.
Yeah, so you have a good chance. You have a good chance to get some good height. So from your perspective, Junior, how where do you see things going? Because obviously he has a lot of talent, obviously, but how do you balance that talent? Of course, schoolwork, we know SEA, and of course he go to school in St. Xavier's, right? And then of course he go to secondary school. How do you keep him not so much only focused, but how do you keep him on that pathway to football? Because a lot of youngsters start off like not as good as him, obviously. But how do you,
if you see any child that you have really passionate about something, you really had to give them the support. And Giovanni, like, we had to beg him sometime to leave the ball alone.
And that's the part I'm talking about, because the average child, Tom will know this too, the average child his age, as far as I am aware, most parents, and I'm not agreeing with this, and I know parents will get vexed when I say this, but most parents tend to want to give their son or their daughter a phone or an iPad or some device, and then tell them they spend the whole day on it.
No. Giovanni has that also. He has this thing, but somehow, there's a goalpost in the living room that
he told us,
cannot be moved.
Cannot be moved?
No. Wait.
Well, we hope it's never. We hope. I'm just saying, we hope it's never moved. Go ahead.
Well, it was moved already.
It was moved.
God.
Yes.
Oh, why?
When we went to America, we came back from America from Christmas, and after the day before school opened in January, Daddy asked, "Where the goalpost?" Mommy said, "I'm moving to the back." Daddy said, No, this goalpost staying in front here. And Mommy said, "No, this will mash up the fridge. I put it in front here." And then this is how this work. This is how it is work. I wake up in the morning.
Right.
Mommy's sleep is going beautiful.
Yes.
So Daddy brings me down, and then while I was on the chair there waiting, he bring me nice porridge, strengthened porridge with yam. And sea moss.
Right, very good. And you play football?
No, and when them is play football, yes, I shut down. And then we went. I normally beat him there too.
Oh Lord!
And then I went up. Then we go upstairs and brush our teeth. Then I get ready. And then when I come now, put on my shoes. And then sometimes be kicking the ball again too.
Yeah, Giovanni.
And when we get to school now, at lunchtime, I like to go down on the field and play football because the ball in the office have a ball.
Okay.
So I like to play football in school too, but
I could tell by the school shoe.
Oh, shims, yes, you know.
Yes.
And the way how you have first communion, we can't go on the hill a lot. Can't go on the field at lunchtime. So by Monday, we should be able to go back again. But even before First Communion, really, we couldn't really go because the guard, Mr. Charles or Miss Joseph, our teacher, Miss Cameron, said that we have someone or either one of them has to be on
present.
The field.
Which is good for safety.
Yes.
So any idea which school is still?
We were saying CIC. He said everything. What school did you say, Giovanni?
QRC.
So Giovanni said QRC.
Okay.
He said, all right.
Yeah, no wrong with that. It's a good school.
Yeah. So I said, Andre, when you have a child passionate, half your work is finished.
Yeah.
Because Giovanni will take his shower, time for bed, he just come downstairs. It's probably 8:08, and then Nicole will say, "Giovanni, you're sweating up back his skin," because he's just there playing by himself. Or Lewandowski pass to Giovanni, and he's just shooting.
He talking to?
Yes, passing to the wall pass,
What?
and he's just doing his thing, and he's commenting on his own, and he's doing his thing. So he just goes at it even by himself. He wants to play against grandma. He wants to play against his brother. He wants to play against his sister. He wants to take on everybody in the house.
Two things. When my sister came down from Tobago at time, I see her playing with the ball. So I asked her if she wanted to know how to juggle, and she said yes. So I told her to try and juggle it one bounce. So she got that. So she moved on to hitting it one time. But she still practiced. The reason where I got the commenting.
Yes, that was that. Yeah.
When playing football, guess who? The Fearless One.
Oh my! The Fearless One. He pick up that from. Well, you see.
Okay.
And on mornings, when I ran down, I'll ask like, put on I-95. I want to hear what the Fearless One saying. And I'll tell you what he's saying.
All right.
And just have some pretty interesting things to say.
Yes, and I didn't know you were listening, but I'll take it into consideration now, certainly. But going forward, in terms of how, you know, when you have someone, a young man like I keep saying a young man, but a young boy like this, who is Tom? Doesn't he song older than he is, Tom?
Way older.
Yeah, I mean the intelligence is so clear, Junior. Whatever you and your wife are doing is absolutely wonderful, because if anyone listening or would have come in late to this show would think he's about 14 or 15, because he is so eloquent and he's talking so cleanly, so clearly, and normally and I'm not making and being honest, and Tom has been with me all the time. Normally, if I'm talking to a 10-year-old or 11-year-old or sometimes even older, the conversation, they struggle with the conversation.
They just talk and stop.
And talk and stop.
Yes,
And Mommy's taking me so much that when I was in Prep 1, Miss Quinta's class, I got 100 out of 100 in math.
Right.
I got 95 in grammar.
Wow.
And I could call most my teachers from kindergarten, Auntie Joy, and I can't remember the next one. Miss Raquel, Miss Kelly Moore, Miss Gobin. Miss Kelly Moore was put us with stage 2 due to COVID. Miss Quintal.
Right.
Miss Webb was in Prep 2 and Miss Cameron is in Prep 3. But and my school too, it have different houses. Like it have Red House in Teresa, Green House in Maria Goretti, Blue House in Martin de Porres, and Yellow House in Dominic Savio. And I was in Red House because Miss Raquel put me in a wonderful house because I love red. And about
good
a
color.
month,
About
5 Fridays ago, we had our house parade where each house gets to represent, and we develop a little chant for our house. And it turned out pretty well. The other houses had some nice songs too, but after all the houses were finished with their chants, we got free lollies, and I asked Miss Cornell, the house mistress, if I could have a next one. She said, no, one lolly is enough.
So that's a good point. I want to ask you that, because you're still 9 years old. Besides football, what else do you like to do?
Schoolwork, swimming, draw.
Okay, you draw.
Yeah. And what my friend Renali told me is that by this term that finish, she said that Miss says that by the end of this term finish, we'll be out of her class. When I asked her what she mean by out of her class, she said we were going to Prep 4 by the end of this term. So I said, okay, so when I go tomorrow, I'll ask Miss if that's true.
No, that's quite next year.
But that was when
September.
That was when I told me, so I'll ask Miss tomorrow. And Miss told a few people today to do like a raffle. So it had 3 prizes, and I asked Ethan Ramdas if I could help him, and he said sure. So I went and asked someone who was in Miss Cameron's classroom in Prep 4 now, and asked her if they want to take part in a raffle, $1 for 4 chances. So write down your name wherever you want. So you had paid, so you had asked, so you had give Ethan Ramdas the money, and I had Ethan Ramdas. Don't forget, I'm supposed to get paid.
I like him.
And he said, no, why? You need to get paid. I said, I'll only help you if I get paid. And he said, okay, I'll get paid. Yes, he still didn't pay me.
He didn't pay you?
No.
You see that?
Did you see Giovanni had a vent here? Green fig punch.
Yes.
That was
coaches are asking
so first we made a beetroot punch.
Who make it?
Me.
You make it for yourself, right?
I had the beetroot there, coconut jelly, goat milk, macaroon powder, chia seeds, flax seeds, rolled oats, essence.
Tom, this boy doing better than us, yes?
Pumpkin seeds.
Youngster.
We have to tell
pumpkin
Gary
seeds.
how to eat.
pumpkin seeds, nutmeg, cinnamon.
So you eat healthy?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, as you're 9 years old, do you have temptation to eat fast food as well?
Well, only like...
Yes, sing this city party they say all the time.
But listen, I'll only have like about twice every month or so.
What?
You local something.
Oh, what? You know it?
You know it.
Yeah. You like that?
Good choice.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Good choice. It's local, so it is a good choice.
Yeah,
Good people.
and the school having a little KFC tomorrow, so this is what I did. I bought the $40 for two piece and fries, and I ordered spicy chicken. I ordered 2 leg, and after here, Miss came and said, "We have no spice, and I can't choose the piece of meat you want."
Oh Lord, eh?
After and they said they have no spicy.
And you like spicy at your age? You like spicy?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the
And
eating is
and
just
some people said that they'll bring their own pepper.
balance again,
Right.
Angie, and probably the way I grew up in Tobago
Yeah.
with the dasheen and edos and
course,
green fig, and so from small, or even now, or even when he was
what
younger,
what part of Tobago, Junior?
Patience Hill.
Okay, good.
Even when Giovanni is 5 and I clean in the provision, the fish is probably in the okra or wherever in the pot, right?
And
Giovanni will just come and ask Daddy, can I want the green fig? And he will just eat it without
Because
well
you know
appeal.
you don't find young children liking provision at all.
Yeah, and daddy's normally cut the coconuts, right? Get the dry coconuts and put it there to blend to make coconut
Right.
milk.
Right.
So a day when daddy was cutting.
Go ahead.
I'll come to the next thing later.
Go ahead. You talk.
Yeah, and he cutting. Let's see. Nah, that's too slow. He went inside. Put on the bread knife. We have cutlass. See, hold it in his hand. Cut. When it cut, it slice and and it cut a
his
vein.
hand. Oh Lord.
And daddy said, "Nah, I don't need to go to hospital." Mommy said, "Yes." So he drove him down and he got 5 stitches.
No secrets, yeah? They have no secrets, yeah? Tom, no secrets, you know?
And it's right there on his hand right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
gosh.
How many friends do you have who also play football? Do you have friends who also play football like you?
Where, the club or in school?
In school.
Well, Joshua is one, Jaden's one, Renali playing 2,
Okay.
Seth.
So St. Xavier's have a good football team?
Yeah, but they don't participate in school football.
Oh, they don't play. Okay. What I'm going to do is take a few calls. Tom, let's take a few calls because I've got a number of messages here. My phone has been going off. So let me read some of the messages. But we're going to go to the telephone lines. Take a few of your calls at 622-3937, 622-3937. My first person says here, Giovanni's song So Much Older. Well done to his parents. Congratulations to Giovanni. The sky is the limit. Thank you, Giovanni. You're making me so happy listening to you. This is what positivity is about in sport. Another one says, well done to the dad. Another one says, congratulations to both parents. Well done to Giovanni. Thank you very much, Giovanni. You are so honest. Tom, we're going to go to the telephone lines. Okay.
Yep.
Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Andre. I'm sure I came in late, but I'm hearing this child and I say, Andre, you have a good coach, You better look forward to that. And he has such good memory.
Yes, he does.
He speaks so well,
And he's only 9 years old.
Yes, I hear you keep repeating it because you want us to know.
Yeah, because he sung so much older. And he has so much intelligence. But I think...
Well, I don't know about the older, but the intelligent, yes. But the memory, Andre. You remember October, you remember December.
And remember all the names of all the German clubs and the German players and everything.
And also the recipe.
The recipe.
And
Yes.
so
I remember that
intelligent,
recipe
yes.
so much. So I think it certainly his parents have played a major role. So much thanks to
Yes,
them.
of course, yes. Congratulations to his parents. Okay, take care.
Thank you. Another person says here, Giovanni is an inspiration to all of us. Giovanni, what is your Instagram account? Okay, we can get that. Go ahead.
The Instagram account is Giovanni Mills 9, GIOVANNIMILLS 9.
The number 9.
Yes, number 9.
Back to telephone lines. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Good night, Andre.
Yes, good night, sir.
Good night, Tom.
And you, good night.
Good night, Giovanni.
Good night.
And good night, Dad.
Good night, sir.
Dad, excuse me. What's your name?
That Junior Mills.
Mr. Junior Mills.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to you, your wife, and your offspring.
Thank you so much.
Such a wonderful whiskey as Giovanni.
Thank you so much, sir.
For 9 years, you're so well spoken, well informed, and pardon me, he has the memory of an elephant. Because all those U.S. names and Germany, etc., where he went, he recalls everything so vividly.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Congrats to you all. And I'm seeing future Dr. Alvin Henderson, brains and soccer skills.
Thank you so much. Just like Socrates, the doctor.
Yeah.
So continue sparing him because fortunately he has the same surname as my grandson Giovanni Sucre. So all Giovannis, they are very exceptional kids. So once more nurture him so that he will develop, because in future we need soccer players of his caliber to pick up TNT football.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
So, good night, and Giovanni, Beto, you continue doing what you do best, because Saint Xavier makes Saint Joseph proud.
Yes, thank you.
So continue, youth man, the sky's the limit.
Okay, yes.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless you and your family.
Same
to you.
Good one.
Okay, so thank you very much. Another person says, thank you very much, Giovanni and Dad. Well done, Giovanni. Wow. Andre, he is only 9 years old. How intelligent he is. I love the part that both his dad and his mom share the duties so well. He clearly loves both of them. Another one says, I love the story on his on the fridge being damaged. All right, well, he didn't say the fridge was going to be damaged, but I know what you mean. All right, let's go back to telephone lines. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Andre, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
And good evening to Giovanni.
Evening.
And his dad.
Good evening, good evening.
Yeah, I want to say that the job of parenting is, I mean, if there was ever an example of parenting and parenting a child, I think you guys take that definition right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I sense a degree of honesty that I know how much percentage, but that you didn't gain that in most homes this wrong, cuz. And big kudos for you. It just goes to show too that the support, how important the support is.
Yes, correct.
You see, when they see the opening and they get the support, that is the end result of it. That is the end result of it. When you start living for them and not yourself, that is the end result of it, because that investment has come back big time. And I mean it, investment like financial investment. That investment in parenting and preparing the youth to be a better, well-rounded individual, as Giovanni is. He don't need one might say invitation to see the level-headedness, that this youth have. I appreciate that, his sacrifice, his passion for the game, for anything apparently he seemed to get involved with, because, he have a competitive spirit, and I want to say I wish him every success. His success is our success, and he will make us proud, and we should all back that and wish him all success in all his endeavors. And for you and your wife, I mean, even bigger success, and I hope you get the support needed. You are a perfect example to what a Trinidad and Tobagonian, and a family should be. Thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you very much. Let's continue to read some of the messages. Thank you very much, Giovanni. Well done. Congratulations to father and mother. I just love the honesty. Well done. I can see great things in his future. Love that he is also doing well in terms of studies. Big up to the family. Another person said, I know the family from the east. So congratulations to both of them. Thank you, Giovanni. Giovanni, you have made all of us proud here in Trinidad and Tobago. Andre, you see his father is from Tobago. Tobago is the true hero here. All right, good. So, good. Another caller. We have another caller. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Andre.
Good evening, sir.
Junior, Giovanni.
Yes, good afternoon.
I am so, blown away by you, Giovanni. But first of all, let me say congratulations to you, Daddy Junior.
Yes,
for
thank
the work you
you.
are doing with your son. Keep up good work.
Thank you, sir.
Very great mentor. To you, Giovanni,
Yes.
I'm really impressed hearing you as a 9-year-old.
Thank you.
I want to leave this with you. It might be a little high for you, but Daddy Junior,
Yes, sir.
you will try and break it down or not break it down, but expand on what I'm going to tell your son. Giovanni,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
whilst you are going to school
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting everything academically,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
do not allow your school to interfere with education.
What are you breaking up?
Signal. Yeah.
So we're losing you. I think you'd have to try back and let's see if we
Yeah.
can get a better signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
All right, thank you. Let me continue to read some of the messages. Well done to Giovanni. Andre, we lost the stream for a while. Yes, I realized the stream stopped a little bit there, people, so I tried my best to correct it as fast as I could. Another person says, well done to Giovanni. The stream stopped because you have so many people on it, Andre. Hey. Anyway, I fixed it. All right, people. I did my best in that short period of time. Thank you very much, Giovanni. Well done to both dad and to mom as well. Congratulations to both of you. And this one said, Andre, what's the number to call? It's 622-622-3937. Good evening. Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening. All right. So, good evening. All right, Tom, let me go back and read the rest of the messages. Giovanni, you have made us all so proud tonight. Well done to you. Andre, the stream stopped. Yes, people, I just fixed the stream. I just did it a few moments ago. All right, it happens sometimes, obviously, here. I want to thank you, Andre, for listening to Giovanni. Good evening.
Hi, good night, good night.
Yes, good night.
I just want to say very briefly and quickly, much kudos to Dad. Giovanni, well done.
Yes,
Keep
thank
it up.
you.
And, I have an 8-year-old son, and it's as if I hear my son speaking. You bring tears of joy, boy, just listening to how you're articulating yourself and how well you're going.
Thank you.
So keep it up. Keep it up. You have a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago rooting for you. So we hope to see you on the national team scoring some brilliant goals like Alvin Jones in the future.
Yes. Not
All
too
right.
long.
I love it.
Just 7 more years.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, well, take care. God
Okay,
bless.
yes.
Another person said, Andre, it is times like these that the country as a whole should extend a special type of support for this young citizen, both financial, social, and psychological. This is a special young man. That's from a guy known as the Phoenix who sent me that. This is Beverly. Beverly says this one, fantastic interview, well done by his parents. Keep up the good work, we'll follow him. So you see, you're getting more followers as well. You're going to get more followers. Let's go back to telephone lines. Good evening. Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening. All right, so let me read some of the messages here. Thank you very much, Giovanni. Congratulations to Giovanni. This has been an exceptional interview. Well done to Dad and Mom. I feel so good listening to this tonight. Another person says, thank you, Giovanni. Well done to Giovanni. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Congratulations to St. Xavier's. My son went to St. Xavier's too as well. Another person said, I also want to follow him on Instagram. What's your Instagram again? Let's remind people.
Giovanni Mills 9, GIOVANNIMILLS 9.
9.
The numeral.
In numeral, all right. Okay, make sure and tell you it's in numeral. Now he just spoke about Alvin Jones, and we have a short interview with Alvin Jones, Tom. Let's play that right now. We had a chance to speak with Alvin Jones. He have scored that brilliant goal for Trinidad and Tobago. He was on a program with me on the 12th Man on TV6 last night. So let's play that interview, Tom, right now for not only Giovanni but for people to listen to. He scored that outstanding goal. Let's listen. Thank you very much, Atto Bolden. Indeed, this is the 12th Man here on TV6 Season 4. Before we go to the guests, let's have a watch of this.
Jones will hit it. Turner can't keep it out. Trinidad and Tobago take the lead. Alvin Jones with a screamer.
Well, he hits this about as hard as he can. Watch this thing knuckle right at the end. Just head height and then just drops back down. You expect Turner to make the save, of course. Even with that knuckle, it's hard. This might be our best chance to see how much movement is on that ball.
Oh, indeed. That goal by Alvin Jones gave Trinidad and Tobago a 2-1 victory over the USA. And it's not the first time that Alvin Jones has done that. In 2017, those of you who may have forgotten, he did it in Cuba when Trinidad and Tobago put the United States out of the World Cup. He must be not very well liked in the United States. That we know for sure. And tonight he joined us here. So let me welcome him. Alvin, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Alvin, tell us about that experience, going and take that free kick. We were watching the game and we were telling ourselves, listen, Alvin Jones is going to take this free kick. It's a long distance out. What made you decide that? What made you decide that?
First, that's one of my special, I'm known for kicking the ball. When I set the ball, it was at the point in time it was 1-1 and I was like, I have an go, and then I saw him put like one person in the box, in the wall. So I was like, damn, do you know who I am? For me, I took it like, you're disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
So, I was just focusing on technique, just getting it on target, and.
Well, as I say, because we're doing the commentary, after you score the goal, I see you put up your hand like this, as if to say, well, what all you expect? I mean, it's like, you don't know, I could do that, I could do that.
The replay, the camera didn't catch it, but when I score, I score I didn't want to celebrate because I know we have to score at least 2-3 more goals, and then I was like, I have to,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Second time you have done it against the USA, some of the guests were, in fact, all the guests, including myself, were there in 2017, right? We are here in the studio right now. Doing it again, what does that mean?
Oh, it's an honor, and doing it in front of my mom this time it's my mom and my dad, right. It's an honor. So for me, going into the game, that in the November month it was an emotional month for we versus USA because that's the same month that month they knock us out of going into the World Cup. The same month that we knocked them out from going to the World Cup, and also that was I think the first leg was the anniversary that we went to the World Cup with Dennis scoring that goal. So the day before the game, I was in my room, going over a lot of things, and just wanted to win, just wanted to share that experience with the fans, the state of the country in right now, that win bring a lot of joy and a lot of togetherness for Trinidad and Tobago.
And before I leave you, the fans, if the fact that you would have come out there, and this has been the most fans that we would have seen in a long time, how did that feel for you guys? The 12th man, as they say, really.
Well, for us, it's always a pleasure. You know, that alone can tell you the goodness that we doing and Coach Angus are doing. You know, just getting back the people into the stadium. It's an honor for us. You know, and giving them that joy. You know, having to play good football. You know, and we will also like to keep them there. You know, so yeah.
All right. Yes, welcome back. That was, of course, Alvin Jones talking. And Junior, you hear what he said? He said the man, like he didn't know who I am.
Yeah,
well, in other words, the man was disrespectful. They were disrespectful to Alvin Jones after what he has done to them in 2017. And he said, hey, come on, the man disrespectful. He take a bullet there and he put the ball in. You don't know who I am, people. Those are potent words. I want all of you to remember that. That was last night. Go ahead.
I have something to say to that. He told the free kick with enough power so that the keeper thought it was going low and then it just started to rise.
Yeah, you're correct. It's what they call like a knuckle. And I think that's what caught the goalkeeper completely. The ball was moving. He thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was.
Underestimate him.
And he underestimated him, and of course he paid the ultimate price because he underestimated him. Junior, when you listen to all the callers and all the messages, what's going through your mind here? The people are trying to be in love with your son. Yeah,
the work continues. So basically, that is the inspiration to keep going forward, the impetus to know that, hey, you're doing something good, and we keep pressing. Giovanni also, we had to keep working. It's not just that and then the work stop, and no, the work continues. So that does give me inspiration and added strength that we had to keep moving forward, and we're on the right track. And help it could inspire other, because Trinidad have a lot of other talent. It's just probably the know-how or that kind of teamwork. Is a team effort it takes, not just one individual. We have a team that support, and that support. You have a lot of talent like Giovanni age that in Trinidad that just need that support, but some don't get it.
And on Saturday, we buy West Bees. And I'll come to our next point just now.
Wait.
West Bees. And so we went on Big Ralph on the Avenue.
Yes.
And a nice Audi. And went. And before, so when we went in our little corner and practice.
Right.
Then we went and warm up and we went. And when it was our turn to go up now, we did our best performance. Coach was juggling on his back. I did next stall, heels juggles, shin juggles.
Yeah, that was on the Avenue last Saturday. You went down and did some freestyle.
Wow.
Yeah, Big Ralph opposite the oval there.
Yeah.
And on to...
So you weren't, when you were doing the freestyle, it didn't bother you that all these people were wrong? It didn't bother you?
No, I accustomed to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and when... I tell you when West Bees there. A worker named Kyle. Yeah, he gave us a receipt, and he said when I go by the cashier, give them this receipt. So because he said he has followed me on Instagram.
Wow.
Because the first time he saw me, he said, wait, he's from Instagram? When we were looking, and then he had started to talk, and he was while I was picking up provisions, he's talking about the porridge, where he's putting the porridge, sea moss, I guess into the punches, little after this, so. And so when we went to the cashier now, and he gave the lady that he pointed at the receipt, he looked at, the lady looks at him and said, why are you giving me this? And he said, no, I paid for this with my own money for them. So it was,
I sponsored two
Gatorade.
Two big Gatorade.
Okay.
Two medium size, not the big Gatorade. It was two blue Gatorades.
Right.
And when I was making the beetroot punch.
No, I thought what the great fig now, right?
Yes, when I was making the beetroot punch, I was feeling like we should start. Like I was saying that we should start like a company that sells punches.
Right. You said that.
And then I made the green fig punch now with the skin. Because the skin is giving more iron to develop your muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's now coconut jelly, water. Now we have our normal ingredients. But now, as most of you will see, I've made a green alkaline drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like Karaili, turmeric, ginger, apple slices.
So he does all this himself?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I made the three C's, chana, coconut jelly, and coconut water.
Coconut milk.
Milk as the milk. And that turned out pretty well.
So you like these drinks? You love these drinks?
Yes, once it's healthy, call me in.
Wow, okay.
And I feel the last thing we made was a clean out where it just had aloes and coconut water, and just peel off the skin, and it look clear and white when you take off the skin of the aloes. And I did remember making a nice, cool, refreshing drink because those days they were hot, even now too. Because those days were hot. They had made a nice, cool, refreshing drink with pineapple, 5 fingers, watermelon, and another fruit we had. And I did see. Well, when you see that when Daddy posted, when you see it, I'll say that when you cut any watermelon, the white part that on the watermelon is good for you. It's good for you, and I eat it. Very healthy. And so you should leave it. And 5 fingers, you might also known as star fruit.
Right. Who else eats healthy? Does your dad eat as healthy as you? Does your mom eat as healthy as you?
Yes, my mommy. But my mommy, in particular too, because her cholesterol, she do, because But guess what? Hear this.
I listen.
When we were in Germany, I went to an ice cream store. So I said to ice cream.
Yes.
When mommy sent mommy the picture, she said, I wish I could have fly up there and come back just for the ice cream.
She like ice cream? Your mother like ice cream?
What? But she can't eat too much.
All right, okay. Good night to Nicole. Good night to Nicole.
Yes.
So let me just read some messages because there are so many messages coming in here. Let's give me one. All right.
Great.
Thank you very much, Giovanni. Dad, I know it must be tough listening to him talk so honestly. Another one says, I can but imagine how his parents are wondering what is he going to say next. But he's so honest. Andre, you're right to give him a chance to talk. Great interview with this young man, and I love that we also were able to add. Okay, yes, we were able to add. I know, I understand it's Alvin Jones you meant, but it's not Elvin Jones, it's Alvin Jones. All right, so thank you very much. Andre, that commentary of Alvin Jones was boring. All right, let's not go there, people. And you're talking about TV, obviously, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
Thank you very much, Giovanni. Well done to those two parents. Great work, certainly. Andre, I'm trying to call in. No, we because of time, we're not taking any more calls right now. So forgive us, obviously, education, because I want to give time for both Giovanni and his dad to talk. So if you're calling us, you can just send a message, obviously. Thank you very much, Giovanni. Oh, he is talking from the heart. Mr. Mills and Mrs. Mills, congratulations to you both. An outstanding job. Andre, we need to follow this young man. Can you tell us? Giovanni Mills 9 as in the numeral, as he told us, the numeral number 9. So Giovanni is Giovanni,
yes,
Mills, and 9 right after it. They can follow him. So that's why you follow him. Can get all the followers, and certainly congratulations to his parents, and well done certainly to him. As we go, first, Giovanni, what would you say to other youngsters out there?
Well, you just have to keep working hard, because one day your results will come. Like how a few people like Maradona and Neymar and them came from poverty, and they realized it's the only way out. And Daddy told me this already. So the only way, and they realized the only way out is to work hard to get money for their family. And then they worked hard, and then they became one of the best footballers. But and even when they came better, it because they became better than those who just sitting down playing games every hour of the day. When they go into school, they're playing games. When they're coming back, they're playing games. But yeah, you have to work too, eh? Yeah, you can play a game or not. You have to work hard because people who have the game, they're thinking they already make it, and they already think they don't need to work as hard. But you have to work just as hard as if you have no money. So you have to work just as hard.
Thank you for that. Yes. Honestly, Mr. Mills and Junior Mills, what do you tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago? And congratulations to you and your wife.
Thank you. I would just like to tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago that whatever sport or whatever it might be, academics or whatever that your child is interested in, that to give them that support. Because once they see they getting the love and support, they will excel in it. And it's nothing is easy. You might not see the results immediately because it wouldn't happen overnight. It's constant work, constant sacrifice, constant support. Keep encouraging them also, give them positive words, and they will make it. Give them that love and support. Yeah.
Tom, as we go, any final words from you? I know you were listening attentively to all that is going on here.
Well, just goes to show that perseverance really always pays off.
Yeah.
And I want to congratulate Giovanni and, of course, his parents for bringing up such a fine specimen, someone to whom the country can look forward to for great achievement. I'm sure the goals are going to come.
Yeah, we all feel so. So thank you so much. We're going to leave with the Soca Warrior song. Of course, if we can get the goals in, we can insert the goals in the Soca Warrior song if we have a chance. These are the 2 goals that were scored by Trinidad and Tobago. The 2 goals, of course, we know the first goal came from Rayon Moore, and the second goal came from Alvin Jones, who we heard a few moments ago. Tell us. The man like he don't know who I am. Yeah. You heard it from Alvin Jones here. Important words indeed. America should know Alvin Jones by now and not give him any opportunity like that. But they didn't really give it to him. He took it, as young Giovanni has done through the work of his dad, Junior, and his mom, Nicole. Through their work, he has been able to exceed and continue to exceed for Trinidad and Tobago. And I thank all of you for the positivity that we got tonight. Tom and Tom for its time too as well. We leave you with Maximus Dan, Soca Warrior song, with raining strong. Good night.